Cody Bugan here again from VestRight. Today, hot markets. What a hot topic. What markets am I currently in or actively prospecting to get into? Well, first of all, you can just go to our website, allieddev.com, and on there you'll see all the markets we are in or that we're actively prospecting in. But see, at VestRight, what we teach at our education company where we coach and we have different programs is we talk a lot about there is more migration happening in our country right now than ever. And it's really simple. Where is there the most development potential? Well, I can tell you where the most development potential is. The most development potential is where people are moving, right? We want to be in markets where the population is growing. We want to be in markets where the employment is growing. We want to be in markets where values are increasing. We want to be in markets that have a great growth trajectory because we're there to help build out the development, right, of that jurisdiction, of that city. But just to name a few, I'll tell you, we are up in Oregon, Washington, and Idaho. Let me just be frank right now. The only reason I'm in those three states is because it's where I spent the first 20 years of my career. Okay. And so I have a 20-year pipeline and I'm up in those three states. Would I necessarily be in those three states if it wasn't for my 20-year pipeline there? I'm going to be frank. Probably not. Maybe Boise, but I wouldn't be in Oregon or Washington. And I don't need to get into the details of why and the politics and the bureaucracy and the hoops and the red tape, but I probably wouldn't be in those two states for sure. But let's just stop there for a second. What a beautiful thing. What a beautiful thing to be operating in a business model where we can operate virtually. And I can literally pick to do business anywhere in the country. I maybe have never even been to that state. Can I tell you that there's states right now we're doing deals in that I've never even been to the state? What a beautiful thing that I was just in Costa Rica recently, that I could be in Costa Rica and still doing deals because of technology today and because of our business model, because it works virtually and because quote, quote, boots on the ground, the boots on the ground around wherever our project is or our deal isn't us boots on the ground. It's our consultants. Our consultants in different areas of the country is our boots on the ground. And so it's extremely it's just an amazing thing. And so let me name a few places that we are very active in. One is right here in Arizona where I live. We are actively pursuing deals in the Phoenix metro. Okay. Texas is the market that we're most active in, and it happens to be where our headquarters is as well. But it's Dallas, it's Houston, it's San Antonio, it's Austin, it's those metro areas. Or we're active in Florida, right? Markets like Jacksonville and Tampa, Orlando. Some would say Miami. We avoid Miami for the most part, but I could keep going on. We're in Tennessee. We're in Nashville, Georgia, Atlanta. We're in North Carolina, South Carolina. We're looking at deals in Utah in the Salt Lake metro. We're looking at deals in Colorado in the Denver metro. At the end of the day, these different markets we're active in, go do a Google search. Go Google the top markets in the country right now as far as growth, as far as say, just start with population growth. All those markets I just named, here's the reality. They're all at the top of the list. So what I'm going through right now is not rocket science. It's not hard information to find. It's readily available. The data is out there. But do this real quick. When you are looking at markets to go into and you're looking at, say, like population growth or employment growth, make sure you're looking at the overall numbers of how many like the population, how much is the population actually growing in numbers. Be careful about looking at percentages because it could be a really, really small market with a huge percentage, but at the end of the day, there's only a few people. The population is only growing by a few people. So, and also, just because your backyard isn't on the top growing markets in the country, I don't want to discourage you from doing deals in your particular market. And let me tell you why. because you know that market better than anybody. You know it much better than me. And so even though it's not at the top of the charts, there's still potentially a ton of opportunity in your particular marketplace because, and you have a huge advantage because you know that market so well. It's your backyard. So don't be discouraged about doing deals in your particular market, even if it's not one of the top markets. Anyways, hopefully that's informative, gives you a little bit of insight of where we're at, what markets we're working in, what markets, and why we're in those markets. And if you found this helpful, informative, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to our channel, share it with our friends, allow us to touch as many lives as possible. And if you have more questions around the market and should you be in this market or why are we in this market or what do we think of this market, man, leave us some comments. Give us the opportunity to engage with you. We want to be a part of your life. With that said, we'll talk to you soon. All right, see ya.